Hey. I'm in my car chilling right now, y'all. I'll give y'all some time. Y'all aren't gonna believe this. Told y'all Wednesday was an important day. Hey, sweet peas. I'm gonna let y'all chill and vibe. I hope the quality's okay. I'm on my backup phone. I barely use this phone, but I have to charge my iPhone, so hopefully the quality's okay. It looks all right to me. But, yeah. Community moderation. Let me see something. So I wonder, live chat summary, live chat. Participant mode, oh. Oh, okay. You guys, hopefully this can help with the spam. Wait, I'm doing subscriber only. This should help. Hey, Cass, girl, I was just talking about you the other day. I'm gonna make you a mod, a managing mod. This should help. This should help. I just modded you, boo. Yay. Okay, we turned on subscriber only mode, so hopefully this can help with some of the spam. All right. I love you too. Y'all, okay. I have shit to tell you guys. I'm on my backup phone and everything. So I honestly don't know how the quality is. I hope the quality is gonna be okay for you guys. All right, cool. All right, this seems to do a little bit better with the spam. Okay, I need to tell you guys, okay. So I know I told you all a few days ago, in the Caught My Ex in a Ton of Lies live stream. And I know that I told you guys that I'm going to be exposing him with receipts. He's itching for that video, by the way. It's highly unfortunate. So, okay. Tell me why I mentioned in the, I believe, what was it? Which one? I think it was the Caught My Ex and a Bunch of Lies stream, where I let you all know that I had taken my baby to the pediatrician and let them know my concerns of my baby, because my baby came back and was showing some behaviors, and I'm having them addressed and I'm having them looked into and everything. I kept some things on the down low because I was waiting on today. OMG, I missed that. Girl, you gotta go watch. Girl, you gotta watch, child. You have got to watch, all right? You have got to watch, child. Catch up as you guys can. Oh, also, oh my God, I'm gonna have to do like a mini post too. I set my memberships to $1.99 now, right? Girl, still got spam in here, even with subscriber only mode. Let's see, let's adjust that. Let's see. Subscribers. No, not slow mode. channel. Not any duration. I may have to set this or whatever, but okay. This is so weird. Well, whatever. Whatever. We're gonna figure it out. You guys can block the spam or whatever and do the best you can. Because I'm just sitting here chilling. I need to tell you all what the tea is. So, okay. I can talk to you guys about this because I was waiting on my baby's appointment date. Because when I took my baby to the pediatrician a couple weeks ago, they told me that they wanted me to be at this appointment because it was a yearly checkup. And so I'm like, okay, of course I'll show up, right? And because I know that at doctor's appointments, they will address what happened at the last appointment. And I knew that they would do that here. And so they would probably be trying to follow up. Girl, tell me why. Last night I texted the ex and I'm like, look, I'm going to be there at that appointment, period, because they want me there. And, you know, I have my own personal concerns and I'm here for my child as well. And so the issues that I was noticing with my poor baby, and they diagnosed it already as behavioral health and trauma. It's already been diagnosed professionally. So this makes today even more insane. So things like my child, like hitting himself, disassociation, and just like the separation anxiety and excessive like cuddling and getting frustrated when you walk away and things like that. Now, this is going to be very fascinating, right? This is going to be very fascinating. Hey, pop it in. Hey, girl. Hey, boo. Hey, boo. Cass, girl. Right? Oh my God. Yeah. I know. So this is what's going to be insane. So my ex was there. I was very concerned. Mind you, I had just gotten my baby back like that previous weekend, right? So, you know, I noticed the signs. I immediately texted everyone and was like, hey, I'm concerned about this. Honey, why was my ex at this appointment losing his absolute ever-loving mind? And I was waiting for this appointment to tell you all more in detail what's going on, because since I'm being watched like, you know, America's Next Top, you know, reality show, I'm here I am, because I live in truth. I don't have anything to hide. My ex was unraveling. It's actually really quite disturbing how he was acting at this appointment, especially in front of my baby, right? That's horrible. Well, you know, prolonged separation from the parent and everything like that. Mind you, my baby didn't know where I was, even though I was reaching out, right? And like, so I can imagine how that affected my baby. Like I said, my baby has been adjusting well, you know, definitely around me. Even today at the appointment, baby kept looking over at me. Baby tried to walk over to me a couple of times. My ex and his friend's mom kept trying to like block the baby from me. My ex was unraveling. So you guys are not going to believe this. So when I showed up, he was making all kinds of snide remarks. I don't think I've ever witnessed anyone lose their mind like this in public. Mind you, we're at a pediatrics office. We are at a pediatrician appointment. I don't think I've ever witnessed anyone spiral like this in real time. I'm trying to see like, okay, have I witnessed this? But no, like not in my face like this, like actually like real life spiraling. Okay. Like real life dead ass. Like, oh, absolutely. Yeah. Like dead ass spiraling, dead ass losing his mind. Once I got in, he's like, oh, here comes the drama. And I'm just sitting there, mind you, girl, I show up with my pink drink. I showed up with my Starbucks, right? Girl, I pop up and I'm just like, I'm like, hey, I'm just here for my, you know, my child's appointment and everything. and I'm gonna be attending because they wanted me here. Girl, he's losing his mind. They asked him to fill out some paperwork, and he was like barely able to focus on that. Then he's like, I don't even know if it's legal for her to be here. I'm contacting my attorney. I'm going to contact my lawyer and say, honey, there's nothing in writing banning me from my child's doctor's appointments. Like, that's actually insane. As the mother, it's my right. I have the parental right to take my child to the doctor and see about my baby's well-being, right? Finally caught alive. Hey, Rika. Hey, boo. Hey, girl. So he's spiraling in real time. I show up and he's like literally mouthing off. I'm sitting there enjoying my Starbucks, staring at him, looking, and I'm just like, is this really what we're doing right now? Like, is this really what we're on right now? He's got issues. Girl, it gets worse. It gets worse. So he throws all kinds of jigs. He's like, I'm going to contact my lawyer. I'm going to let you all know. I don't think she should be here. Mind you, my rights, my everything have not been restricted, anything. I still have the parental right. I'm literally the biological mother. I'm literally the mom. Like, I mean, sir, please. Nothing's going to ban me from going to my child's appointment, especially in regards to the concerns that I've had since having my baby back in my care, right? And so it's so interesting because once I told the nurse, I'm like, I'm just here to follow up with my concerns. Tell me why my ex says out loud, and he tries to spin this narrative at the pediatrics. Mind you, the pediatrics already diagnosed my baby. We already have a diagnosis. That happened 2 weeks ago, right? Girl, he says out loud, oh yeah, I noticed that my baby's been like hitting himself, and like he didn't do that until that weekend with her, and like I believe he was coached. The level of projection, right? You're going to say that you believe the child was coached to hit themselves. Now that's actually really fascinating. Only a person who would think of doing something like that would suggest something like that. Because do you know that when I had my concerns, OMG dude, yes, he needs a Karen wig, child. Girl, losing his mind. It gets worse. Girl, let me tell you all the rest. So only a person, your mind, see, the thing about projection, and this is exactly why I tell you guys to work on your mindset, to ascend, to move forward, and, stay focused, because you will see through people's behavior literally like glass. It's actually fascinating. You will see through the behavior like glass. Only a person's mind who would go there would have already had that on their mind before. Mind you, the pediatrician said that even my child hitting himself, unfortunately, and things like that can also be a sign of what my child is seeing at home. We all know my ex is violent. We all know my ex punches things. And with the way he's actually unraveling in real time, I don't know what's been going on over there. And it's a real concern. However, I thank God for the pediatricians. I love the pediatrics over there. Let me tell you even more. So while he's over here trying to say, oh, I think my child was coached to hit themselves, how would I coach my baby to do that in just a weekend? Mind you, my baby was still adjusting to even me after not seeing me for 3 months. How would I have time to coach my child? We were both getting to know each other again, right? How would I have time to do that in just a weekend? Mind you, the baby's already been diagnosed with behavioral health due to trauma. That already happened. That's already in writing. That's already on paper. They suggest, obviously more time with me and stuff like that. And obviously behavioral health. And even my program, Kids Above All, knows about this. So I do have it covered. And he's trying to spin this narrative, but it gets so much worse. So, I told them because he was like trying to like block me out of my child's appointment. He's like, I don't think she should be here. This is fucking illegal. This is this. I need to talk to my lawyer. Oh, she's coming in with a bunch of drama. I know how this woman is. Honey, and I'm quiet. I'm literally quiet, sitting there looking like this. I mean, yes, I did wear my all black with a dash of pink today because I'm burying this timeline. Energetically, I'm done with this timeline. I made a traumatized girly video about handing back timelines and just handing back the energy and really reclaiming your energy and reclaiming your mindset and just constantly like moving forward, because absolutely the fuck not. Girl, he keeps spiraling. He was trying to block me out of the appointment. He's over here. Thank God y'all are here this live. Yesterday I was fighting the spam alone. He's so insecure, it's scary. He's losing his mind. Like, he's unraveling in real time, and I don't even know what his issue is. Let me tell you all more. You guys got to know everything else. He was trying to block me out of the appointment. He's in there raising hell in front of the receptionist. And I'm just sitting there with my pink drink. Girl, he was trying to get a reaction out of me. He was trying to get a response, like throwing all these digs. And I'm just sitting there with my pink drink looking at him. And then I'm just like, interesting weather we're having. Like, wow, that's some really strange wind. This man thinks that he can still address me in all kinds of disrespectful ways in front of my child. Like, what are you doing? It gets worse. I pulled a nurse to the side, and she recognizes me because I've always been the main one taking my baby to the doctor. He just started, right? And when he started, he spun a narrative, automatic. And it's crazy because it's like, I think he wanted to spin another one today, but no, I'm going to show up. You're not going to keep spinning narratives at this baby's doctor's office because you have an issue. I pull the nurse to the side and I tell her, I'm like, hey girl, if need be, you can keep us separated. I don't mind. I can even wait until after the appointment's finished and talk with the doctors myself to discuss more of my concerns and, tell you all about the progress that I've made in regards to, reaching out and, getting assistance for my baby in regards to the behavioral health stuff. This is what's insane. She's like, okay, mom, I totally understand. Like, we do still want you to be a part of the appointment. So what we can do is we'll just get, baby triage first. And then when the head doctor and everybody, come through or whatever, we can, bring you back. And I'm like, whichever one is fine. I really appreciate you all working with me and I really appreciate you. So then they take my ex and his friend's mom to the back, right? And they start assessing the baby and everything. And then, like, girl, when I am called back there, even the doctor, she was like, are you sure? She was like, do you want to still be back here and everything? A narc trying to get a reaction out of you so he can say, see, look, it got real. It got so real. Let me tell you guys, I don't know if he's a narcissist. I've kind of like, I'm over that whole arc. Like, it's so weird because like in the mindset era where I'm actually not bothered about narcissism or, things like that. Like, obviously, yes, he's abusive and he has issues and he's an alcoholic. You know what I mean? I'm kind of over the whole label, but it's so weird that everyone and their mama now is saying, oh, he's narcissistically abusive. I'm just like, really? Because it's like, it's the one era where I'm actually not bothered, right? It's the one era where I'm actually like, I'm just beyond that. It's so weird because I did mention in yesterday's live, to me, it seems like he's trying to recreate a cycle because it's giving Massachusetts coded. It's giving Massachusetts-esque, but he's doing it all by himself. He doesn't have the relevance or the importance or even the wherewithal or even the intelligence to come at me like how, I've dealt with shit before, right? It's just fascinating. Let me tell you guys more. Because by the time I got back there, it was real. So the doctor, she asked me, she's like, oh, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, of course I want to be here for my baby's appointment. Girl, he pulls out his phone and he says, I'm going to be recording because I need to record because I have to show things to my lawyer. And so he says something else. He's like, I hope you know the Guardian ad litem has the video of your dad saying that you were in a crack house. And I'm like, a video of my father saying that I was in a crack house. Now, I do know that my father can tend to tune people out, especially if he was on a tangent. I do not believe he has a video of my dad. That's just so weird. Especially, so are you saying that my dad would call his own home, his own family home, a crack den? Or are you talking about my ex-friend who I used to live with, right? Because of all her bullshit behavior. Or are you talking about the hotel I lived in, right? The hotel I lived in once I left you. I told the guardian at Lytham that I was in a hotel, then I lived with a friend, and now I'm with family. Right? I told him, right? When I first left, I was in a hotel, right? For 3 weeks, right? So I'm not certain of this drug den. I don't know. I'm curious about that because if he, like, I don't know. I'm curious about that. He was like, the Guardian now has a video of your dad's at the crack house. But either way, if I was truly labeled, this is the facts of the case. If I was truly labeled as unfit, unstable, and if I was truly labeled as, you know, what is it? A danger to my child, I wouldn't have automatically gotten weekly overnights with the potential of review. Because that's what's happening right now. I have weekly overnights with my baby, weekly overnights. If the guardian ad litem or the court really saw me as a threat or a danger, I'd be on supervised visits with the quickness. I'd be on, like, okay, first of all, girl, don't get me started into this whole rant. Don't get me started in this rant. There would be a police report. There would be a CPS report. There would be a CPS report. Don't get me started. Don't get me started on that. Don't get me started on that shit. What the fuck? So he's like, yeah, he's trying to spin a narrative, and I don't think anything has worked, right? Did he forget that he threatened your life on video? I think that he's trying to overcompensate. I'm not sure, right? Like, girl, he's definitely got issues. Don't even need a label. Girl, period. Yes. Disgusting. Yeah. Girl, don't get me started. Don't get me started. Nan police report, Nan CPS report. Sir, where are your reports if you had all these concerns? Instead of trying to, like, I don't believe he has a video. And to be honest, when I met with the guardian didn't mention anything about that, right? Like, in fact, the guardian didn't even say anything. Mind you, the court hasn't said anything about drug use or crack den or anything like that for the simple fact of my decorum, of my demeanor. You know, certain questions don't need to be asked when you present a certain way, right? Because the behavior would be erratic and messy. But child, tell me why I get back there and he's like, I'm recording because I know how I have to be with this woman and all of these things. And then he's like, what else did he say? Oh yeah, the guardian ad litem, you know, the guardian ad litem has a video of you being in the crack house. Mind you, he's doing all of this in front of his friend's mom. So the enabling ass house, those are the people who are fueling his ego right now in regards to all of this bullshit. It's weird because all of his other friends follow me on social media, whatever, and there's a couple people who still try to check in, but I can't. You know, I'm abandoning that whole timeline. That man has no place, no right, or whatever in my life. My only concern is for my child. In regards to this man and his behavior and his derangement, like, girl, you're so horrible and dangerous, yet no report for the baby. Right? He has proof of nothing. He's scared because he knows you can make it all crumble. Girl, right? Girl, I wouldn't have weekly overnights because literally the guardian ad litem, what he said verbatim was, you know, my only sleeping concern is a pack and play, which obviously that's being upgraded to a crib. But of course, I would have a pack and play when my baby was smaller because the roll around ones, you know, when they're smaller, they need a lot of care. So you need either that or a bassinet, but my baby was like outgrowing bassinets super fast. You need that or a bassinet to keep like bedside or like keep nursery side, you know what I mean, as you're caring for the baby and all that. And so like, all the guardian ad litem has said, and I can tell you guys this verbatim. He said, my only concern is the pack and play for the sleeping or whatever, that's being handled. That's already taken care of. He said, let's the weekly overnights with this order right now. And then August 26th, when the trial is coming up, right? You know what I mean? Because to display his withholding and his actions and all that, he said, we will see. There is still no official custodial order in place. There is simply parenting time. No decisions have been made yet. But if you ask my ex about it, he's spiraling at this appointment, threatening to talk to his lawyer, talking about how he's recording me, talking about how all of these, and I'm just like, I'm not bothered. I'm over here sitting and living in truth. You're the one spiraling. And then when he's like in the doctor's office and he's like losing his mind at the appointment and talking about how, did you tell the guardian ad litem that I caught your dad say that you live in the crack house? Did you tell them this and did you this and just so fucking angry. I'm like, did you not have your Starbucks this morning, girl? Because it's giving I woke up on the wrong side. It's giving who shat in your cornflakes? Like, girl, it's giving pathetic. Girl, so what else is the tea? So I say out loud, because I look at him just like this. I'm like, I'm not the one spiraling at a baby's pediatric appointment. I look at him like this and I say it just like that. I'm like, I'm not the one spiraling at an appointment right now. And he's like, why? Yeah, you are. You showing up and this is illegal. And I'm just like literally angry like that. Like turning red and everything. Like even his friend's mom had to like rub him and like try to calm him down because he's losing his mind. He's losing his mind. It's a baby's doctor's appointment. Mind you, you're trying to argue with me. I am the mother, and you're doing it in front of our child. Are you aware, sir, that pediatricians are mandated reporters? Are you aware that pediatrics are mandated reporters along with everyone and everything else along in regards to caring for the baby? Honey, and then I mentioned to the doctor, I'm like, I'll email Catalina, who's a specialist at the pediatrics or whatever. I'm going to email her and tell her, hey, I did show up, and all of that stuff. And I appreciate your resources and everything, because she wanted me to show up and everything and said that I shouldn't, whatever. So I'll just simply email her. He was demanding her information. Girl, this is how crazy it got. So this is where it gets actually like a bit unhinged. I don't know what his problem is. This is like getting insane. Like okay, here's me talking to the doctor, right? What are you guys saying? Yep, exactly. Girl, right? He's like, this is the only opportunity to make you react. The most embarrassing place to do this. Wow, crazy, sis. What is there to react to when it's literally all lies and bullshit? He looks insane. Let me tell you all this. So then when I tell the doctor that I'm gonna just email, the specialist and let her know that I appreciate her and I did show up today and everything like that. And all I want is simply, just like the follow up or whatever. And I wanted to let her know that I am in the process of working on things and all of this. And I appreciate her help. And I just want her to know that I showed up today and follow up the correspondence. Girl, when he overhears that, he's like, I'm going to need her number too as well. And I need to talk to a social worker. I already spoke to the social worker. I did, because when I brought my baby in, they recommended the social worker already in contact with her. I've already taken care of all of this stuff. Kids Above All is aware. All of this. Like, I'm going to need to talk to a social worker. I'm going to need to talk to a caseworker. I want to talk. And so then they bring in the head doctor, right? It's crazy. They brought in the head doctor, girl, because the assessing doctor was like, okay, if you have questions, we can go and see if the specialist is in today or whatever. And we can go and see if she's in today and then bring her in to speak with you or whatever. But she wasn't in. She's at the newborn clinic right now looking after newborns. And here my ex is demanding her to come in, saying, I believe because she brought my child in a couple weeks ago and filled them up with a bunch of lies. And I need to correct that. And she's lying. And she did all this. And she's saying this. And she also didn't inform me about that appointment, by the way. Why would I inform the perpetrator of anything? Why would I do any of that? Why would I inform? Why would I do that? If you had concerns, this is what's crazy, girl. Whatever. Let me continue the story. Let me just continue. They tell him that she's not able to come in. The head doctor comes in, girl. He starts arguing with her. Dead ass starts arguing with her, trying to talk over her and everything. Tried calling me a trash mom in front of these people because he wants to confront me about the withholding. He's like, oh, you cut contact and then I didn't hear from you for weeks and I didn't hear from you until Mother's Day. Why didn't I hear from you on Mother's Day, right, when you already had my child? I told him I wasn't feeling well. I am within my right to take care of my bed rest. I am well within my right to prioritize my health, my wellness, and my well-being, especially when I'm told to be on bed rest. This is why he's going to be exposed with receipts. He looks ridiculous. And mind you, when I am reaching out and all these things, he's like, denying. And then like finally on May 30th, that's when he said, oh, I've been instructed to hold on to the baby until the guardian ad litem is administered to the case. But the guardian was already administered in June, not July. Okay, so I can't show court paperwork, right, you guys? So what I'm going to do is I'll probably, when I do my receipts video, I'll just give you guys text. I know you guys know I don't lie, right? Like I have no reason to lie about any of this, right? I'm gonna do text. I just cannot show the court documents. I can try to explain as much as I can, but I can't show the court docs, you guys. Not even blurred out, okay? Okay. So, but everything else, like text, my doctor stuff, I'll show, like, obviously it'll be blurred out with like the personal information, but like the appointment dates, I have doctor's notes because I've been getting notes from both my and the baby's doctors for every time something comes up, just to, keep track on my end, right? Because clearly, honey, you will not spin all these crazy, insane narratives. Darling, you look a mess. Girl, this isn't court. Tell him to seal them lips to the 26th. He's talking to the doctor like she's the judge, right? With the doc, oh, they definitely wrote it down too. They did. They wrote down his behavior. And so it's crazy because he tries arguing with the head doctor and everything. And she's like, you are arguing with me. And she's like, you are doing this. And I'm not gonna lie, girl, that was an energetic checkpoint. That was the mirror being held up. Right now, what he's dealing with energetically, I don't know if he realizes it. I know exactly what's going on right now. It's the tables turning. And he's like unraveling from that pressure because there's no need for a man. Mind you, I don't understand how this man could be still so hostile and angry. You have the baby over there, sir. I'm the one on temporary visitation until this entire situation is revised. And you are so angry. You are so upset with that baby in your care. Why are you not happy? Didn't you get whatever you wanted? Didn't you get what you wanted, right? As of right now, there's just parenting time exchanges. I'm the one on the visit schedule right now, right? I still have weekly overnights, okay? Now, which is huge, because it displays that they don't label me as a danger to my baby, right? So like, courts kind of, like, when they give you stuff, they'll give you like the basic schedule, but like normally the basic one is every other weekend, but for me I get weekdays in between, which is great for me. And like tonight I'm gonna go pick up my baby, right? And I don't know, I think he wanted me to be embarrassed by this, but because I've been aware of everything going on, I don't mind coming live and speaking my truth, right? Right? He showed everyone around him he's erratic. He's losing his mind. Seriously, he's losing his mind. I don't understand. I've never seen someone have their baby over there and not be happy. And then when they're asking us about the child's behavior, and I'm like, the baby answers to come here, he answers to no. He's like, no, he doesn't respond to no. You're a liar. You're a trash mom. Okay, cool. I'll just post the videos of when I am with my baby and I say, come here, come here, come here, little one, come here, little butts. He listens. And when I tell him no, the baby responds to no. He will kind of look at you, but it's like, if he knows no, right? Like he knows that, right? But it's almost like I'm the mother or something. That's what I meant when I said that the baby's adjusting well pretty quickly back to me, and I'm blessed, because I was really worried about what could happen during this time. But it just shows the bond between a mother and child is unbreakable. I don't know what this man was trying to do. So then, girl, after he argues with you might tell a joke but never a lie, girl, period, girl, you know me. I may joke, I may get a little whatever, but I don't lie to you guys. You all know that. You all know that. I don't have anything to lie about. I don't have anything to cover up. Good, bad, ugly, I don't care. The thing about it is, this is what happens when you live with no shame and you don't need to hide stuff. I know that, in the past, like, people have come at me for being too open online or whatever, but honestly, like, it's my openness that's always covered my ass. Because I don't have anything to lose. I don't have anything to hide. Part of me doesn't care. I only care about my baby. Right? It's very obvious what he's doing. It's unfortunate, because to me, this just looks like somebody in need of some help. I'm not really sure what his issue is. I think that he thought that this would embarrass me, even with the temporary visitation parenting time order. I'm not going to be embarrassed when the literal guardian said that we will see, meaning he has not made a decision yet, meaning he wants to see how this goes, to see what can happen, what may happen, whatever. And my baby, showing the trauma from being separated from me, that's serious. And so then my ex was like, oh, well, see, she left him with me and she never returned, and I didn't hear from her for about a month. So didn't she traumatize her own kid? If that was the case, then what happened the following months? What happened all during May? What happened all during June? What happened half of July? If that was the case, why did you try to default on your own case 12 days after you realized I was sick and dealing with my health issues? If that was the case, why would you tell me no when I start reaching out? Especially, I don't believe that his lawyer would tell him to withhold the child. Oh, my lawyer told me to hold on to the baby. I told you I wasn't feeling well. And he's like, for 3 weeks? No, that doesn't make sense. You did it. You're a trash mom. If that was the case, then why did I go all May, right? Why did I go all May, all June? Fuck it. Let's say fuck April then. We can say fuck April, right? If that was the case, does he understand that if you're sick and can barely take care of yourself on bed rest, how would you be able to take care of a baby? Like, what? But see, he would have spun that. You need to watch my, what is the team? You need to watch my Caught My Exes a Bunch of Lies, because I mentioned that. I thank the Lord, honestly. I thank the Lord that when I was on bed rest with my fibroids dissolving and all that, I thank God. Even though this is kind of stupid right now, I thank God I did not tell him that I would need bed rest and all these things. I texted him after the fact, after I started feeling better. I thank God I was not vulnerable, because he would have said she's too sick to take care of the baby. Because that's real shit that happens to women. That is real shit. And that probably would have been harder for me to defend, because like I'm still getting Dopplers and stuff. Mind you, during that time period, I didn't quite know what was going on, right? Because it wasn't until April 28th that like I got a little bit of clarity as to what was going on with my fibroids, right? Right, 1000%. I'm so disgusted by him, girl. This is wild. He's unraveling. He's unraveling. Like in real time. Bitch, let me tell y'all the rest of the tea. So after the doctor, the head doctor, mind you, the head doctor on the floor. Can you imagine she has to come here to deal with this man's stuff? And then she's like, oh, we're just going to mail you the resources that we gave mom. We're just going to mail them to your address. And then she's like, the specialist, spoke with mom and not. Do you know that after even she said, sir, you're arguing with me right now. You're going to need to calm down, all these things. He is like so salty and all this shit, and he's just like sulking. And girl, it got quiet and awkward as fuck. Girl, you already know me, girl. I got the texting everybody. I'm like, child, this man is losing his mind at the baby's appointment, and they already know I was gonna come live, right? Yup, exactly. Yup. Right? I'm so disgusted by him, dude, I'm kind of like, I'm borderline shocked. So they said that they're going to mail him the resources and everything, but I've already reached out. I'm already taking care of these things. And so what I need now, cause like, whatever, like my child, it's not healthy I've been the constant, and me being sick for a few weeks ain't got shit to do with me still being the constant before and even still after, regardless of him trying to sever the bond. The truth of the matter is he withheld my child. He tried to take advantage of a time when I was sick because he thought I'd be down. He thought I was down and out. And he tried to finesse a narrative in court, right? He tried to finesse a narrative in court, and I don't think that narrative is going in his way. That's why he's throwing everything. It's like throwing, what they say, throwing shit at the wall hoping that it'll stick. Because to be honest, let's listen to all of his projections. Oh, I believe she coached the baby to hit himself. That's crazy. Oh, the Guardian knows. The Guardian has the video of your dad saying that you're in a crack house. That's crazy. I hope you know that you're the one who traumatized it. You did it first. Wait, well, I did it first. What do all of those things have in common with each other? What do any of those projections, what do all of those have in common with each other? If it's not one thing, it's another. Interesting statement, right? He said, isn't she the one who traumatized her own kid first? Projection, right? The hitting and coaching, saying that trying to accuse me of coaching my child to hit himself is psychotic. Because is that what he's doing? Mind you, my ex is violent, right? That's weird. Child, he's like a little toddler throwing a tantrum horribly. And then when the head doctor asked him to, stop arguing, she's like, you actually are arguing with me. I stood up because that was a mirror moment. All of this energy, and I have been saying it. I've been saying it this entire time. So between my mindset channel and my Life of a Free Spirit channel, I've been saying this the whole time. The energy is going to come back around tenfold Evil always reveals itself. These are all things I've been talking about on my channel. Maintain your frequency, stay in your high energy, remain unbothered, remain non-reactive, so the rest can just fall where it may. Him behaving like this was insane. Then at the end of the appointment, after my baby got his shots and everything, towards the end of the appointment, I thanked that nurse, because the same nurse, the shots, is the same one who like let me in to the appointment and everything, and like she's like totally understood. And even when she walked in, she was like, girl, I'm a mom, so I get it. And I was like, girl, period, like, girl, and like, you know, whatever. And at the end, after my baby got his shots and everything, she, like, I pulled her to the side and said, I thank you so much. I thank you so much. And she's like, I really understand. And she's like, it's good that you're here. She's like, it's good that you came. She's like, it's good that you're here. She's like, keep showing up for the baby no matter what he does. And I'm like, girl, you already know. You already know. And she's like, yeah. She literally said, the nurse literally said verbatim, she's like, it's giving bitter. She's like, it's giving resentment. It's giving stuck. And I'm like, girl, he's losing his mind. Like, I've never, and I even thought to myself, like, when he was like fucking bitching the whole time or whatever, I thought to myself, and I was like, is this what the fuck I used to deal with? Because I know I was getting tired of his ass when I was with him. I mean, obviously he threatened my life and all that shit, but even aside from that, I'm like, is this what the fuck I used to deal with? No wonder I only lived over there for 3 months. I only lasted over there, living over there for 3 fucking months. And I was pregnant with his child. Here it is a year later, and I thank Jesus, I thank the Lord every single day. I thank the Lord for my freedom. I thank the Lord for my air. I thank the Lord for everything. I thank the Lord for my peace. I thank God for my peace, for my stillness, for my peace of mind, for my prosperity, for my abundance, for my protection. I thank the Lord every single day. I made a video like that. Thank God you got out. Because I know some women, you know, when they be going through the whole trauma bond thing, when they leave abusive relationships, it kind of breaks them down. But the truth is, like, you can't stay there. All you got to do, I know this sounded like a joke to y'all when I said this shit on Traumatized Girly. You want to know how I got over my ex with acquaintance, aside from him threatening my life? Even with him pulling all this bullshit with this case or whatever, honey, quite literally, all I had to do was look in the mirror. Look at myself and look at my ex and realize, okay, well, I'm still the young, cute one, right? It's my fertility that's improving. I still have my entire life ahead of me. Like I told you all yesterday, I'm like, there's no way that this was my last relationship. There's no way that my baby is my last baby. There's just no way, right? There's just no way, right? But I seriously thank God for leaving. Because this person, I don't even know who the fuck this is anymore. And one thing I did not know that he was this much of a liar and manipulator. I never knew. And so this is why when I play back things from the relationship, especially things where he told me that he was like the victim or something, and he's unraveling like this, I don't believe him. Because look at how he's acting with me. I'm the whole actual mother of his child, and he's losing his shit, even with perceived custody. And it's because he knows it's not official yet. It's because he knows it's not official yet. He may have withheld that baby. He may have lied on even court documentation, but listed every single where else, including that doctor's office. I am the primary. That baby always lived with me. I've always been there for my baby, even near and afar. Well, you didn't even ask about the baby when you were sick. I'm so sorry that I was prioritizing my bed rest and trying to figure out what the hell was going on with me. Doesn't mean I didn't care about my child. If I truly didn't care about my child, I would have never reached out. I would have never clarified what was going on with my fibroids. And that's why I'm the primary custodian. You're a trash mom. No one has listed you the primary anything. Just because you lied on court paperwork and there's a temporary parenting time order in place does not legitimize anything. And the fact that my child is showing, trauma signs, behavioral health signs from being withheld from me because I am his constant, I am the one he's used to, regardless of this little fantasy or this little reality that my ex is trying to manifest. You can manifest whatever reality you like. I'm not gonna hold it against him. I get it. Maybe he's on his mindset. Maybe he's you know, maybe he's living in his reality. You have to be healthy to take care of him, right? Right? I thank God this is just confirmation that I did the right thing by not telling him. Because if I would have told him, because I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I did not know what the fuck was going on. It was scary. I was actually shook. Like, dead ass. Like, and when I show you, I mean, you guys are just going to see the doctor's notes and appointments from that time period, right? And the text with my program, because I told Kids Above All what was going on too. But like, I was shook because I had no idea. All I know is here I am, heavy bleeding, like I'm having a cycle and I'm having these fevers before my next cycle. And I don't know what the fuck's going on. And I'm so happy. I thank the Lord. That was the covering. That was the covering. Because something said, do not tell him. And even like, you know, Kids Above All, my home visitor, she's like, girl, you don't have to worry about telling him that. Just tell him you're not feeling well. You'll see about Frankie later. She's like, take care of you, please. She's like, get that figured out. Because you guys know, I told you all in the last stream with fibroid stuff, they fucking suggest surgery quick. Can you imagine if I would have needed surgery and he's done all this? Who knows if I would have ever saw or heard from my child again? Because his goal was to just cut me out, take the baby, and withhold the baby, and I would have not known anything. That was his goal. That's why he's unraveling. Right? Well, you just have to take good care of your baby and yourself, period. Period. I am so glad I did not say I might need surgery. He's mad that I didn't give him those details. He's mad that I prioritized myself those few weeks. He's mad and he's trying to spin it like I never cared about my child. No, I had to take care of myself. I had to. I had to. And I still have appointments now, but I didn't really know what the fuck was going on until like around April 28th, and I started feeling better in May. But even when I had my appointment back in June, we were still trying to figure it out because like I still needed like to do my Dopplers, and I have another one coming up on the 13th, right? And that should be my last one. Those Dopplers are intense. No. Yep. It's the exact opposite. I am so grateful. Can you imagine? And I knew, even though I was scared during that time, I'm like, I can't. And because all this reveals to me is that he was plotting. That's why he withheld the baby through the birthday. And he's like, you keep mentioning this withholding. Honey, you're about to be so exposed with receipts. I don't have anything to hide. I don't have anything to lose. Taking time to figure out what was going on with my body for 3 weeks is so different than being withheld from my child for 3 months. Right? That's we talking about two totally different things. 3 weeks versus 3 months. I can confirm, yeah, the 3 weeks, that was me. The 3 months was not me. I was reaching out the entire time. It's common sense. Yep. And he knows it. Yep. So if people want to keep watching my channel and making me the main character and all these things, like I have anything to hide, I don't. And I am going to be exposing him with the receipts quite soon. I am very happy I showed up to that appointment today. I am very happy that I did this. But he's unraveling. He's unraveling. There's no need to lose your mind like that at a child's doctor's appointment. in front of the pediatrics to where you're arguing with one of the head doctors there. You're arguing with one of the head doctors there. You did good, mama. Good for you. Stand your ground. Period. 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 People are seeing it. Yeah. People are seeing it around you. Back to you. Yep. Keeping calm. Well, I mean, it's kind of entertaining. Even when he kept trying to address me and like talk to me in the office, I'm like, I'm talking to the doctor, because every time I'm talking to the doctor and telling her what my concerns are, I'm like, I'm speaking to the doctor? And he's like, oh, I'm speaking to you. Thou shalt not? I call judgment on that? Because who? I'm gonna get ready to head out, y'all. I got stuff to take care of, but I love you guys. Stay safe. Stay well. The unraveling is real. The unraveling is real. LMFAO, have a great day. Y'all take it easy, honey. And y'all be safe. The unraveling is real. I'm gonna expose this man with receipts. I can own up for the 3 weeks, but the 3 months, child, that's a completely different thing. All right, Mr. Everybody's watching. Thou shalt not. Period, girl. Period. Love y'all. Take it easy.